Football throughout the years has achieved one of the most played sports in the whole world, and still up to this date, football is very popular among people. This requires all of which involve to varying degrees, kicking a ball with the foot in an attempt to score a goal. This part comes to my attention because it is really interesting, and it's not just about kicking a ball, but it's also about giving the best of you to steal the ball. And so you can then score a goal, which is not easy because it requires a lot of practice, a lot of interest, and being confident with yourself. Most of the football players are famous now. There are a few that you might know pretty well, like David Beckham or Ronaldo, who have achieved to make football being of such a great importance that now the majority of people watch soccer games, in other words, football matches. And the players are now famous because they play this interesting sport. It comes to my attention because it shows the artistic matter in the game shown and felt by the players. Although it firstly was invented for boys and only boys could play it, years later it was also for girls, and so there were separate teams for boys and girls because they said the boys were tougher than girls. So it would be very unpleasant for girls to play with the boys kicking the ball very roughly. The teams are separated into teams, usually between 11 and 18 players. Note that version with fewer players have varying degrees of popularity. Of the 45 national FIFA Federación Internacional de Fútbol Association in French affiliates in which English is an official or primary language, only three, Canada, Samoa, and the USA, actually use soccer in their organization's official names, while the rest use football, although the Samoan Federation actually uses both. However, in some countries, such as Australia and New Zealand, use of the word football by soccer bodies is a recent change and has been controversial. Football was firstly invented in England 1863. There are 17 basic rules of soccer, and they are 1. The field of play, 2. The ball, 3. The number of players, 4. The player's equipment, 5. The referee, 6. The assistant referees, 7. The duration of the match, 8. The start and restart of play, 9. Ball in and out of play, 10. The methods of scoring, 11. The offside, 12. Fouls and misconduct, 13. Free kicks, 14. Penalty kicks, 15. The throw-in, 16. The goal kick, 17. The corner kick. Every 4 years, all the football players around the world, every country and every team get to play among themselves to play in the Euro Cup, where they get to play against the winners of 4 years ago, and so playing so their skills and practice would decide whether they are capable of winning and capable of succeeding, or their practice and their skills were not enough. Although it is very hard to play without getting harmed or getting kicked by the ball, kicked by players or kicked out of the football game is really of knowing and practicing every day. Thus, if you do not respect the rules, you can be sent out of the game by being aggressively towards another player, or they can be given a penalty, which requires the team's harmed players get to kick the ball in front of their enemies and shoot once, and their enemies cannot intervene. Last but not least, I chose my favorite hobby or sport like football, and also known as soccer, because I found it a sport you can show the best of yourself, and you can prove yourself and others, both physically and mentally, that you can achieve your goals. As many people might say, football is easy, and it not requires a lot of practice. They are wrong, because how come you cannot score a goal without having even carried a ball with your feet towards other players that want to take the ball from you? So, football or soccer, it is the most interesting sport in my point of view. It also helps your weight be normal, and it helps you to be healthy in many aspects. Ya.